Welcome to Honors Geometry, Lesson 8.2, Properties of Parallelograms. Come on, you know what parallelograms are, don't you? Alright, just in case you don't, let me refresh your memory. Parallelogram is a quadrilateral with both pairs of opposite sides parallel. So the thing that you are given is that this side is parallel to that side, and this side is parallel to that side. That's why it's called a parallelogram. Pretty cool, huh? Well, you got some cool properties going on with parallelogram. I'd like to bring to the forefront 4 different properties of parallelograms. In your book, they're listed as theorems. I just want you to know that they're true, okay? Opposite sides of a parallelogram are congruent. Opposite angles of a parallelogram are congruent. Consecutive angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. And the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. So these 4 theorems, with the definition of a parallelogram, that will give you 5 properties of parallelograms. So what you're going to see is, of course, I might give you angles like, I might say that this is 135 degrees and ask you on a parallelogram to find all the other angles. Well, opposite angles are congruent. Okay, we've got these parallel lines, and these are same side interior angles, and it actually makes sense to call them consecutive interior now, only because they're interior angles and they're consecutive right next to each other in a parallelogram. So now it actually makes sense to call them consecutive interior. They're supplementary. 45, 45. Of course, in your homework, you're going to see problems more like this. Stupid eraser. You're going to see problems like this. It's going to be 6x here, and this is going to be something like 4x plus 40. And they're going to ask you to solve for x, and they might even ask you the measure of each angle. So opposite angles are congruent. 6x equals 4x plus 40. Subtract 4x from both sides. 2x equals 40. X equals 20. So if they just ask for x, that would be it. If they ask for all the angles, 120, 120, 60, and 60. And of course, that will definitely change up the problem if the problem was written like that. Then you would write, these are consecutive angles are supplementary, 6x plus 4x plus 40 equals 180, because they're supplementary. 10x equals, 10x plus 40 equals 180. 10x equals 140, and x would be 40. Wow, 14, Manning. It would be 14. Replace back in 84 and 96. Obviously, I didn't put these in the right spot. Yeah, sometimes you make mistakes like that. It's not drawn to scale. Those are, and of course, you may have problems where the same thing's going on with opposite sides, or when the diagonals bisect each other, that you have equations that you're going to have to write out. But I'll let you deal with that with your homework. This does conclude Lesson 8.2, Honors Geometry, Properties of Parallelograms.